everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is Madden 17 on EA Sports. Today's game could be full of exciting plays as we have two teams who can get up and down the field. The Bengals are top 10 in total yards, and they go up against the Raiders defense that will need to be at the top of its game. So with that, let's get you out to the stadium. Standing by tonight are our commentators, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Larry, we are in the place the folks here call the jungle, and that's Paul Brown Stadium in Cincinnati. Tonight we kick off Week 7 with a great Thursday night matchup here between the Oakland Raiders and the Cincinnati Bengals. Now the defense definitely showing blitz here. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he finds a man on the crossing route. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line.
To put it mildly, that is not the way anyone wants to start off a game. You fumble on your first offensive snap. But now what you're worried about is, does that linger throughout the game for your guys on offense? And how's the defense going to handle it? Because no one expects to run out on the field on the first play and have to all of a sudden start to play themselves.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. He rifles one that's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. Now, they told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
And if this offense is going to flow today, certainly the running back will be a key piece.
Without a doubt, because they asked their runner to not just do that, but to block, to catch, to help set a tone for their offense.
And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. Now back to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
And on the ground they go with the running back. And they went the wrong way there, losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. So 3rd and inches, trying to pick it up the middle. He had nowhere to go, tackled for a loss.
And you know how we talk about double A-gap pressure, meaning linebackers going in the gap between the center and the guard on either side? Well, it's not always to get to the passer. Sometimes you do that to prevent a running play. Worked pretty well in that situation.
And this one's out of bounds. Should be inside the 10, I think it is. At the 6-yard line. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain, and it's 2nd down. And Mr. Cooper, Amari, a headliner in this offensive unit.
Brandon, it's rare that you get guys so polished coming out of college. But Amari Cooper has carried himself like a pro probably since he was 6 years old. He is a terrific talent.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. And this defense is on the field right now and just looking to keep the momentum, the mojo going from a week ago.
Partner, this defense is full of confidence. They feel great about themselves, and they don't think anyone can move the ball on them now.
Offense trying to avoid stalling out, facing a 3rd and 10. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. third down, he'll drop to throw. Finding time. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Amari Cooper, the intended target. And now it's fourth down. Here's Marquette King now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. Fielded at the 43. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15, and the Bengals will take over in terrific field position. They go play action here on first down. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains.
If you're running out route, it's likely you end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
Looking left side, and it's complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. And the penalty now makes it 1st and 20. They come out here in the eye. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he'll take this one down to the 36. 2 yards on the pickup. It'll be second down. And it's possible that today the most important group could be the linebackers.
Yeah, the second level, as we like to call them, right? Defensive front has to control things, but the linebackers, they do more than clean up. They help create big plays.
They'll look to throw. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
Out of the gun now on third down. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And 3 and out on the last drive. No points on the scoreboard. A little soul-searching now.
I would say so. They need to help out their defense a little bit. They've had to be on the field a lot more than normal, put them in some tough spots. But what's the old adage? When you get another chance, it gives you a better chance to do it right.
Across the 30 to the 31-yard line. Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
We always like to talk about defense in terms of levels. First level defensive line, second level linebackers, third level defensive backs. On that run, that was what we call a first level run, and it was stopped by a second level player.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he's got Cooper on the out route. That's complete. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
That was a nice completion on an out route, and those types of plays are the result of arm strength by the quarterback and timing by the receiver.
All right, now, look at this. Here we go now. Back to that field. Here we go. Over. Hurry up, here we go.
Now a play fake here on first down. Trying to lay one up deep. This is caught inside the 15. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Their big-bodied receiver. His first touchdown on the year. And the Raiders have taken the early lead. And that makes it 7-zip Oakland. On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. This is taken at his 4. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. First down and 10 now for the offensive group. And some extras coming up on the line here, readying for the blitz. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. So nothing there, but maybe you blame that on the blocking.
Yeah, at some point you've got to win at the point of attack. And on that play, that was all the defense. They made it happen.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up third.
Brandon, that play ended so fast, it's almost as if the quarterback handed it to the runner, and the tackler was there right away for a loss of yardage.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. And he fires one that's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line. Now the Raiders offense, they get set to head back on the field. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. A good pickup there on first as the screen pass gets him 8.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
He'll drop to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains. Ready to go now in the second quarter. Brandon Gaudin, Charleston. And the offense lining up first and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he stopped immediately there. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Now that's the type of play that'll fire up a defense. Hold them to 1 yard on a first down run. It'll be interesting to see if the offense decides to press the run at all, or if they'll abandon it now after gaining only 1 on that play.
And he motions the wide receiver.
Detroit! Detroit! All right, now look at 56.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
So 3rd down, they need to get to the 28 for a first. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. And he's certainly not a guy that drops that football very often.
Indeed, because that's a bit of a surprise. I know he's in the middle of some traffic and people, bodies all around him, but he usually has the focus to haul that one in.
And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. It's really something. Even when he's hitting these from distance, big-time distance, he manages to put them right down the middle, doesn't he?
No doubt about that one. Never a doubt. And this is no extra point. That's 50-plus. And that's the definition of splitting the uprights.
Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
It looked like they had an opportunity for a big play across the middle, but he didn't have the concentration or the focus necessary and dropped it before he could haul it in.
Defense thinking pass. They've got the nickel set out on 3rd and 6. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up 4th down. The Bengals bring out their punter now. On for his second punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. And now here come the Raiders. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. Back to throw here. He rifles one that's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. The Bengals offense now, they head back onto the field. And still no points on the scoreboard. You're coming off of the 3 and out. They're just looking for anything to grab onto right now, aren't they?
I'm wondering if someone's going to take charge in the huddle. You know, we always look to the quarterback, but sometimes it's another player on the team, a star, a veteran, someone with some excitement and energy. It's like, all right, guys, let's shake things up and let's go, because they still have an opportunity to make things happen.
Shake it off. And they'll go on the ground. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11.
We just saw another example of how the defense is winning this game. Really at the point of attack, the offensive line is just getting pushed around. I think now as a play caller, you've got to give them a little bit of help. Maybe you keep your tight ends a little bit more. Maybe the running backs help you a little bit with the pass blocking. But you've got to help them get some confidence because you can't abandon the play calling right now.
Hard throw, incomplete.
Timing's crucial in any route thrown. But when you throw an out, so many things are going through the mind of the receiver. Catching the ball, timing it up with the quarterback. Are my feet going to get down inbounds? On that play, all those things going through his head might have caused him to drop it.
So the defense gets the pick. The offense, Charles, they go backwards, but they do get 3 points.
Very happy to get to 3, but you know who's happier? The defensive team on the other side. They shut them down after the turnover.
Fielded about a yard deep. Fighting him off.
Just ran right through the trash.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. So they complete the pass, and now they face a 2nd down. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Surveying the field. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he's brought down after a good gain. A good pickup there at 22. So on that play, defense was in the zone. They ran a crossing route offensively, but the defense, so you got to be good with communication, don't you?
You certainly do, and it's not something that is really evident when you watch it on the screen. But everyone's talking, communicating, pointing, and it keeps you from chasing receiver.
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Bengals grab it, and they will take over at the 29-yard line. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. 2nd down to the offense, needing 5 yards. And to give this time to the tailback. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play.
A dime look defensively for the Raiders on third down.
Yeah, you're right. 2 extra DBs out there. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he takes this one all the way across midfield into enemy territory down to the 40-yard line.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did. I know that interception was dropped, and it would have been their third of the game. And I will guarantee you, in the huddle, on the bench, all the defensive guys have been talking about is, we've got this guy right where we want him. Who's going to get the next one? It almost becomes a challenge, and they missed a golden opportunity.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. It'll be a pickup of 8 on the screen, and it sets up a third down. Now whistles, and the Raiders are going to signal for a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. So 3rd and 2, and I count 6 defensive backs out there. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he gets this down to the 18, good enough for a first down. A solid gain of 15 yards, and the sticks move.
So much for him being bottled up throughout the day. Finally finds a way to break through and get a really nice gain. The defense had felt great about what they had going. Now they've got to turn their attention to get...
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Their dangerous wide receiver. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bengals are an extra point away from tying up this football game. And oh, he missed it. No good. And they'll remain down by a point. The kicking team out now for the Bengals as they'll send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And all deep in his own territory. He coughs up the football. And the Raiders pick it up. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
Give him 9 on the play, and it'll be 2nd and about a yard to go for the first. Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
Not only did we just see back-to-back nice gains, but we're also seeing the confidence rise, not just for the guy who caught it, but the guy throwing it as well.
And these back-to-back catches here out of the backfield, that can set something up downfield in a later sequence, right?
A lot of the time, it starts to draw the defense closer to the line of scrimmage. So to your point, show this swing pass, show this check down. Maybe later on you heave one deep when you catch them close to the spot.
Here we go now.
On play action, they'll throw. And he finds a man on the crossing route. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. They're still in search of the first down after that last completion. And a nickel look here for the Bengals as they try to defend this on 3rd. They'll look to throw again. He's got his man on the crossing route. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. It's a four-receiver look to the right side. First throw now for the backup Carr. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. A gain of 6 there on first. Second down now after the pass completion. And he goes in motion here in the backfield. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. He sets to fire deep. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time in the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime.
Single receiver. Hey, you're in an island over there. Single receiver. All right, here we go.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know...
Jeez, they don't even want to let their guys get a drink of water. All right, third quarter, let's get to it. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the Raiders offense. They'll go on offense first to start quarter number 3. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you turn that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
Let's see if they do just that. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. They'll run it now out of the gun. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I'll bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
One receiver to the left is Cooper. Back to throw now on first down. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
And there's a good opportunity that just went awry there. A drop pass. I guess that's why they call them running backs and not catching backs.
Unable to connect on the first down pass play. Now it's second down.
Hurry up, here we go.
He'll drop to throw. Over the middle, Cooper with it. And he's brought down. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. And that's one of his advantages of a passer, is it not? With his height, setting back there in the pocket, firing it over the middle, he can really see everything clearly.
It is, and I know that other quarterbacks get it done different ways, all right? You don't have to be his height to make a great play. But what he does is he takes away having to make those slide steps in the pocket to find angles to throw the ball through. He just throws right over the top of it because he can see everything, and sometimes that saves time and gets the ball to a receiver quicker.
Second down now after the incompletion. Back to throw again. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. He'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's third down.
Partner, I know the ball security is preached like crazy, But every now and then, you've got to know when to get rid of the football and save a little bit of yardage if you're a quarterback.
Because now if you're the offensive coordinator, what does it do if it was 3rd and 10 versus 3rd and much longer as it is now?
Yeah, it changes everything in terms of play calling and the pressure you might expect to face on the very next down. Had to throw the ball away and save the yardage. He didn't get it done.
And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height. Sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there if he's willing to take the hits and just fire over the top, which saves him time and actually completes a play a little bit quicker than it normally does for a quarterback who has to slide and find open space to throw.
So they're operating in the red zone. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. His pass caught at the 4. A gain of 6 there on 1st. Cool under pressure right there, escaping the pocket and finding what I think was not his primary target.
And some of these guys are just so comfortable getting outside of the pocket that they'll do it on purpose. It doesn't even need to be a breakdown. Just they move, and they know it affects the defense, because a lot of times you get lost in coverage in the secondary. I think you're exactly right. Wasn't his primary target. Found a secondary guy who sprang open, probably because of his movement out of the pocket.
And the offense readies for play number 10 of this series.
Detroit!
They come out here in the eye. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. No gain on the play, and what to do now on 4th and goal.
There are certain drives in the game where anything less than a touchdown that caps it feels like an absolute disappointment. This is one of those drives.
And for the second time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. From the left hash, he'll have to cut this at a tight angle. And his kick is indeed good. And the lead grows to 4. It's 13-9. And Charles, they get the field goal. Took him a dozen plays, though.
Work with me on this one. You know what I'm about to say, right? Bend but don't break. That's what came into play here for the defense. 12 plays were run at them. They only gave up 3 points. In a lot of ways, that's a win for the defense.
Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
And they're definitely showing blitz here. Back to throw here. And his throw is incomplete. Second down following the incompletion. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. A great read, and it's picked off. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line. Now whistles here, and I believe one of the Raider linemen might have been moving. And they'll go with the ground attack here. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a 5-yard pickup, so essentially they get the penalty yardage back, and it's back to 2nd and 10.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And he's got Cooper on the out route. That's complete. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. Let's see if they can convert here on 3rd and 3. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36.
On 3rd down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. They'll look to throw. And he couldn't hang on. Would have been their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down.
While an incomplete pass certainly doesn't look like a good play, for the guy throwing it today, as many interceptions he's thrown, he's got to feel a sigh of relief that the ball actually hit the ground and didn't go in the other direction.
And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. And he'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. Back now in Cincinnati. It's the Raiders with the lead and the football here as we get ready to start quarter number 4. We've got a 3rd and 11. They'll drop the throw. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. A critical error there in a tight game of the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially...
And my goodness, another interception. A great read, and it's picked off. So out come the Raiders. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran the wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
They showed off a nice juke of the defender before the next wave could bring him down.
I know you're trying to wring every yard out of a run, but I think 9 yards there is ideal in this situation.
Yeah, now next couple plays, you only need 1 yard. Keep that clock rolling with a lead here in the 4th.
Yeah, what you're saying is maybe if it takes you 1 or 2 more runs to get the first down, that's extra time, extra plays. Really hurts the team on defense.
They lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. The 4th quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding, keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
Well, they brought in an extra defensive back here, so probably not expecting a run on 3rd and 3.
A good call.
Now back to throw. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. So, Charles, I think from a defensive perspective, you have to look at that field goal there and consider it a win.
You were able to keep them within a touchdown, so no question about it. That was the kind of stand that keeps you in ball games.
Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And last time, one play interception, so this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Second down, they need less than a yard to pick up the first.
Here we go now.
A handoff as they run the counter play. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
They'll look to throw here on first down. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Now after that last play, there's a Bengal down on the field. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. Offense still needing 10 yards. Second down.
Here we go now.
And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
Here comes the D swarming to the line. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. Only a pickup of 2, but that's all they needed for the first.
Football's such a game of tendencies, down and distance, and on 3rd and inches, 3rd and 1, you think, yeah, the fullback's probably going to get the ball, but when you get to 3rd and 2, most of the time that's either the running back or a pass play. So that's a nice tendency breaker by the offensive team there. Hand it to their big guy to pick up a first down.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he's brought down. 14 yards that time for number 14. Really nice little connection there. They go with the corner route, and it works out well.
And the best way to set up the corner route is to throw slants throughout the ball game so that when you're able to get back outside, the defender has to respect the inside game.
Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
Oh, man, for him to be that wide open and drop it, sometimes you have just too much time on your hands, right? You end up thinking way too much, and your hands get shaky.
And, yes, he's a tight end, but that's a catch he should have made. Now they go screen. It's complete. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. He lost 4 there, and it's third down. 9th play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long. Again, he'll drop to throw. He'll rifle this one deep right side. This is caught inside the 15. Give him 30 yards there. They've been struggling in the passing game. Do you like the aggressiveness there? I mean, it worked on that play, but do you like it?
I do, because a lot of the time you're struggling because your passing lanes are clogged. That usually happens when you're throwing the ball underneath. People start to press up on you. Push them deep. Find some space and open things up again. Being aggressive there, I think, will pay off for them.
And a really long drive here, and it goes on and on. And the D looking like they may blitz. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. And the offense moving in the wrong direction here now as they face a 2nd and 12.
Now let's go. 3, 9, 2.
He'll look to throw. This will be caught just inside the 10. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
Back to throw. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down. Now, they've got to be a little frustrated here to not complete that on third down after having such a long drive going.
Yeah, you're talking about going over 70 yards on the drive. Yeah, did you say a little frustrated?
Very frustrated.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. I'm very frustrated. There's no doubt about it. They thought they were going to have a chance to cash in the end zone. Now it looks like it's likely a field goal attempt.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown. Their dangerous wide receiver. His fourth touchdown on the year. And the Bengals are an extra point away from tying up this football game. And no sweat. He puts it through. And we are tied here in the fourth. Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild fourth quarter. Fielded about a yard deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Raiders offense now, they trot back out. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play. But if they don't, it's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock or continue to move it downfield in order to try and get in range and win this game.
See if they can do just that. 5 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up second down. And now they're in the hurry-up. They'll look to throw here. Wide open, Amari Cooper. And he'll be out of bounds up past the 45. And the play goes for 19 yards, gives him a new set of downs.
And when an offense is doing a nice job selling the play-action pass, a lot of responsibility shifts to the linebackers. They're the ones that have to determine run or pass and get to the proper places on the field.
They're going to look to throw. Over the middle, Cooper with it. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue. There were a couple holes there, partner. Was that zone coverage?
That's exactly what it was, Brandon. When you see man-to-man, that defender runs with the receiver. In this case, they were just taking care of their zone coverages, their responsibilities on the field, and the offense found the open space.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Now they'll throw here, out of the gun. Out to the flat, that's complete to his running back. It's a loss of 2, now third down. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. So it's third and long, and defensively not a real surprise there in the dime. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock.
After watching him drop that slant, I can hear my old coach's voice ringing in my ears right now. You can't run with the ball until you catch it. Trying to get those rack yards before he secured it.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Fair catch called for right around the 11-yard line. It'll wind up just a 35-yard punt, no return, and possession will change here with very little time remaining in this contest.
Here we go. Boom, landed.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And this is going to be intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. And now Oakland ready to take the field. They are already in field goal range. Let's see how they want to play this, Charles.
And I have a feeling I know how they want to play this already. Run the football to the hash mark that works best for their kicker. They already have the field goal unit lined up, ready to run out there.
Oh, no, he lost the football. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. And now this game's going to come down to the right leg of their kicker. 2 seconds on the clock. This for the win. And his kick is right there. It's good. And the Raiders escape with a victory. A road win in the National Football League.